What's up, everyone, and welcome back. No, no need to check the calendars. It's it's not Saturday. It is in fact Friday here on the Big Show. Call to the Pen HQ with the big dude. What's up, everybody? Usual suspects in the crowd. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh, I am so very, very smart and so very, very stupid sometimes. I must have said it was Friday 100 times, even dressed down for casual Friday. My kids are off of school today. Holidays in the big city, in the public schools. Yeah, so second Friday, like second breakfast, Lord of the Rings. Let's go. Let's get it. Supper, dinner, dinner, breakfast, brunch, second brunch. Jeremy, oh, it's going on, everybody. Up in the house. Fun week. Ups and downs, such as life. And I'm going to try and cut the intro to get through the games. We're going to it's a full slate, right? Another day, another 5 million games. Almost like you just can't possibly prepare enough for all this. But I want to save a second at the end to talk about losing. Not just because we did some of that yesterday, right? These things happen. It's keeping that stuff in check. And I've been really actually proud. Actually, I guess we could just do it quickly now. Being kind of proud of the responses, right? You don't want to be surrounded with people that gamble or trade that get really bent out of shape, ever. Because number one, they're probably too emotional and too reactive. And they probably have too much money on the line. So they're probably poorly disciplined. Usually. I used to know one guy was a complete animal during the game. Third out, he'd disconnect, and that's fine. So I don't think you can hoot and holler while it's going on. Really ride with that money. That's fine. Enjoy it, right? Live it. But looking back, you never want to be complaining. Because anything you're going to complain about, you go look in the mirror. You want to look for blame. It's in the mirror. You press the button. We all press the button. Right? We lay out the work, and it's supposed to be compelling enough to do it. Pressing that button, the bet button, the trade button, the buy button is like saying, I'm not going to complain. It's like making a promise to yourself that you believe in it. So that's really it. Yeah. Ryan Nelson was up and down. I can't believe Xander Bogaerts just got us. And then we couldn't get it done. It was just yesterday was a disaster. But Petey Pablo, Big Me Pete went yard first, So again, when you're betting plus money on everything, you find a couple wins at the end of the night kind of float the day, right? So you head it down a little bit, but that's what it's all about. Nothing worse than having kind of a bad day or off to a bad start, I should say. And then, cleaning up some bets at the end, but they're like minus 160. Just, that's not how we want to do it here. So, excuse me just a second. Man, really sorry about that. We're just kicking around like all types of sick here. Me and my son playing volley. All right, enough of the intro. Like I said, let's do it. It's the Big Show, full slate. Call to the pen, rate, review, and subscribe. We're about to put on a GD clinic, as always. What else is new in the madhouse? Right, rocking with us in the madhouse. Big Johnny, hang out with Mr. Cooper on the ones and twos. Let's do it. It's the Reds and the Pirates. Right? We just love betting on bad teams so much. I didn't know who to bet on, right? Which bad team do we bet on? Graham Ashcraft and Mitch Keller. We're hitting that point where I'm getting ready to pull the plug on the 2022 to 2023 stuff. But it is still available. You can follow me on Twitter at John Legeza, JOHNLAGHEZZA. And that'll get us to the link to Sharper. Again, it's all free. Just grab the bookmark. You can follow along the pitching stats. But it's becoming tough, right? Because we want to be on top of the moves and kind of the new pitcher. Let's do a quick Ashcraft, 4.35 ERA, 1.4 whip. If you go back to 22, earner indicators at 4, kind of blah, right? Single digit came on his walk, single digit swing and strike, 92 contact, 55 ground ball, no home runs, right? In a nutshell. This year, attacked on some velo. They're playing with the pitch mix changes. 19 innings pitched, 14 hits, 3 earned, 17 strikeouts. That's a 1.42 ERA, 1.16 whip. Expected ERA, which I kind of really like in small samples, 3.4. A few too many walks, but that's been okay. He's generating some chases and, of course, doing the thing with the ground balls. 61% ground ball, 28 hard hit, half a home run per 9. This is Graham Ashcraft. So I've always kind of been an Ashcraft guy. Again, I'm already starting to get with the 2023 stats. Maybe today's the day. I appreciate it, Steve. Every day the sheet getting better. What he's referring to. Again, I'd like to give everybody the tools because I'm going to lose sometimes. So don't tail me, right? Make your own decisions. But how do we do that, right? I want to be there for you also as far as that goes, right? Beyond the show, you can follow on everything. Team offense, split last 7 and year-to-date. Also team bullpen, split last 7 and year-to-date. Algo scores, SP ranks, and play team totals. Like, here, go. Here, people, fishing pole. Go get them. Other side, it's Mitch Keller. Again, you got to be careful. I'm really going to get ready to get rid of last year's. And we have to keep in mind because, right, we've done the work, so we know what we got. Mitch Keller, 3.89, 1.39 ERA whip combo, 7.39 OPS across 183 innings. Right, decent sample going back 2 years, which is why we do these things. But with the offseason, velo, new pitches and stuff, it becomes very hard, right? Even stuff numbers don't necessarily translate year to year. Keller's always fallen behind with too much contact, 53 first strike, 88 in-zone contact. He does also keep the ball down. He's limited hard contact as well. I know that's not something we always think about Mitch Keller in terms of, but it's true. This year, 23 2/3, 3.80 ERA, 1.35 whip. A bit high. The walk rate up at 10, which probably we do expect from Mitch Keller. Sorry, having trouble with decimal points. The swinging strike rate is too low, which I thought, again, with this kind of reclamation project, we'd get more of. But I guess it's more about keeping the ball down, which he's done. But he has given up homers. So I always feel like you can go after Mitch Keller, right? There's always, there's always kind of something there. In particular, he had struggled against lefties. Though it's not really a power thing, but that doesn't really do like the scooter. I mean, you probably get TJ Friedel back up, although we got a little disappointed. Derek VDW, what's up? Hey John, ask about the updated ranking. Yeah, they're coming soon. It's at that point. You can't really manage 600 fantasy rankings every day. But yeah, I was thinking every month. So that's what I mean. We're getting close. And I'm trying to do the waiver thing, have it be like a breathing document. Again, you get all this stuff for the 24 cents a day we keep talking about. It's fantasy and betting and waiver stuff. I'm trying to make the waiver list a breathing document. I tried to do it on the road. It didn't come out right, so it got messed up. But yeah, these things are going to be getting updated. Again, you know why I don't want people overreacting to fantasy stuff. Okay, back to the betting. I think you get it, Mitch Keller, and I probably have Friedel circled, but I don't know. After yesterday, it left a sour taste in my mouth. Though one thing someone did show me, I didn't want to tweet it because I don't want people thinking I'm like doing stuff and betting stuff on that side, outside of it, like doing other stuff that they could be profiting on. But a smart listener taking all of the players that I kind of list, right? So that's total base props and all the stuff you see in the algo, which that was really hot. We had Sawinski on that list. There were home runs on that list. I just missed the second guys, but such is life. It happens. And playing single parlays, which again, I don't really get into because they're very heavily juiced, but single parlays and doing very well, like round robin, these things again, you could all the tools are there for you to kind of succeed. Feel free to get creative. All right, let's move it on. The offenses are both kind of whack. Pittsburgh's been picking up the last 7, but no hard contact, no barrels, 4% barrel rate while they're winning is a bit off, They're not chasing what you got to respect from a young team, but they put the ball on the ground a ton. The X stats are really not great. So, again, at Pittsburgh, it's cool. The way they're doing is good. Sawinski and Reynolds is a decent 1-2 punch, but I'm not really buying what the Pittsburgh Pirates are selling. I'd probably take the Reds to win this one. I should have asked for the odds there, right? We have a full slate, so I'm going to have no problem just dropping bets all over the place with these dimes, dropping dime pieces. Again, 15 bets at a dime a piece, 1.5 units, which is fine. Perfectly cromulent bet, 1.5. Oh, I could flow with that. You want to mess with that, Jay Bird? I'm sorry, is this full game or first 5? What about first 5? I was hoping for first 5 to kind of dominate with Ashcraft. All right, let's take that and go for the push of anything because the Reds' offense is so disappointing. So first bet of the day, plus money, plus 115. Again, we're trying to take the second best price on BetStamp, although you should take the best price. I'm just trying to be a little more, conservative for the players out there. Here I go. We're still in the first game, 10 minutes in, and we're not hurrying like I said that we're going to. But first bet on the board, Cincinnati F5. Give me Graham Ashcraft, and I continue to bet. As I continue to bet on the Reds, again, if you are constructing an argument to fade me, me betting on the Reds is probably right there. Next up, talk about scratching your head. It's Michael Kopech, and I saw Criswell, then I saw Foucher. This is for the Rays. Either way, it might be Foucher to open. It could be Criswell after that. I was really surprised. I know I posted the F5 team total. How about let's get the F5 over in general here. I think one of these dams are bound to break. So far, Kopech this year, 15 2/3, 14 Ks, which is good, but 10 walks, 7 home runs. We know a lot of them came in one game still. 5% came out as walk. Hard hit rate at 57, 30% barrel rate, even with the elevated stuff plus number. Sierra, I mean, at 5.5, expected ERA getting near 13. Is it a 4.5? But it's juiced up. Ugh, no thanks. I'm going to pass this one, but for the players out there, I probably got signals on overs here. Yeah, I do. I've got 5.4 scored through 5. So that's why I pulled back on the over 5, but I would have gone if it was 4.5. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if my people are the ones pushing these. I'm finding the algo score itself is the thing people are asking about, which, again, is the best evidence to know what's being used. So, I print these things, conditionally format them, have a little key up, and help you guide you through the board, right? Again, agree or disagree. It's always good to know, what the computer thinks. All right, next up, I want to just fade this one. If I can't get a good price on the over, and again, I'm not looking to pay juice on overs, people. I'd much rather go. You got full game over White Sox. I guess I didn't look, but I assumed it was juiced also. I guess it plays. I'm actually seeing 09 plus 100, which is something I can get with. My problem is the Tampa Bay bullpen has been so good that if we don't get it early, we're in trouble. But man, has Chicago been really bad. Again, citing my own awesome work. Chicago bullpen of the year, 6.7 ERA, 1.7 whip. Zoom in last 24 innings, 6 ERA, 1.6 whip. Not getting any better. Tampa Bay slipped a little bit last 7, but they are very good. I'd rather have minus 110, 8.5. But you can see that's not there, right? And what's going on right now is probably our first scent of the push and pull between our work, what I believe is being considered some of the sharpest in the game, which is quite flattering, but it is, and the book's response to this. So let's just move it up. Keep it in mind, again, Chicago over, it's totally viable. Again, the way we go in the last 2 days, you don't want to just follow me, man. Go get it. Just bet responsibly. Let me lay out the tools, use the data, come to the conclusion yourself. Of course, I'm here to answer questions. Next up, you say Kikuchi. I say these 22 tasks are going to get you in trouble, I think. Right, 116 innings, the last 116. So when I say that, I'm going back to 2022. 5.12 ERA, 1.5 whip, 8.43 OPS. Just everything that we know about Kikuchi, that's kind of getting in trouble. 12% walk, 53 first strike, 48 hard hit, 15 barrel, more than 2 home runs per 9. His expected WOBA on contact is near 450. 890 OPS to righties in that span. I mean, just not viable. Zoom into this year, 15 and a third, 8 earned, 5 homers, 3 walks. So a lot of the same kind of problems. 49 hard hit, 12 barrel. Hard to think he's going to get it right here. Let's get the totals up here. Something's going to give. My man, NBA Props 20, what's up? I think I love that. Cool. Also, though, lefty, that's a bit rough. I think I'd rather go righty. I'd rather take my chances righty-lefty against Kikuchi because the disparity is it's so great. I mean, he just could be such a disaster at times. Sorry, I actually lost my filter in my place really quick. But that's okay. I wanted to check out the righties really quick, as simple as it can be. Sometimes that's really it. Righties struggling to spot the four-seamer. And sometimes it's the best place to look for these total base props. Although NBA will tell you, you're leading in the right direction because you've got the plus odds and the strong player in the strong environment, right? So, again, if just because I said I didn't get it, I'm giving away very few plays. Don't let me dictate anything, please. Seriously, we want to I'm just a guide. Kind of sightseeing here, right? When you see something you really love, you snap the picture. So far this year, probably lefty. He's probably Gleyber Torres, actually, now that I'm looking at it. He has all the numbers come up, 300 BA, no extra base hits. I think that's why I didn't get any rings. So I wanted to look at the over. What's the over on the F5 look like? Because this one just feels like something's got to give here. Over 4.5. Yeah, at minus 105. That's the one we want to get. Let's get on that. Again, all this is, we're going to bet a dime or bet to win a dime. Again, beginning of the season, data collection phase. We're already starting to lose. Let's not get smoked here. I have this one over 5, Yankees carrying 3, Toronto carrying 2.25 of this. So I have us over on this one. I know I also posted the Toronto F5 team total at 1.5. Jordan, everyone stop right now. Look at Jordan, sharpest tool in the shed right now. Judge 1.5 plus 110, square or no? No! Heaven to Betsy, no. In fact, Jay Bird, let's show what we think. Let's smash it. If we can get plus odds, if that is correct, in fact. Aaron Judge total base prop against a lefty should just never be that. Can we get a second plus 10? We can't get a second plus 10. All right, leave it. We'll credit Jordan with this one. I'll post it. I'll post it later. Maybe I'll do a little Twitter thing on how good of a play that is. A hat tip to how sharp the crew is out there. But let's stick with the over 4.5. I think something's got to give. We saw Herman just got caught cheating with the sticky stuff. I think they're going to be on him this time. Toronto offense has been good. They've dipped down the last 7, but you know what you're going to get. They're very, very good. The X stats are through the roof, right? Toronto, 322 expected WOBA against righties on the season is like top 3. It's going to come around. Even with a 637 OPS last 7, Yankees 336 team OBP last 7, 14% walk rate, right? Doesn't that play 8% barrel, 313 WOBA? That all plays against Kikuchi. So let's go first 5. Both of these bullpens are really good. That's why first 5, not full game. Let's move it on. It's Detroit Rock City, those Tigres. Michael Lorenzen going to Baltimore to face the Blackbirds in orange vests, and Tyler Wells. I honestly think today is the very last day of these 2022 stats because it's just not really doing it. And let's do a quick lesson here for the DGens. I don't want you to think that it's purely a convenience thing. It's not. I am always kind of looking to data back and correlate this stuff. So let's help everybody again. Feather incoming. Get ready to press the cartoon finger. That matters more than it should. I forgot what I was going to say. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so when it comes to recency, we have to be careful chasing recency in baseball. But we want to treat it differently, hitting and pitching. Hitting, we always kind of want more data. Pitching, we have to be willing to accept new data because of changes, trajectory, velo, shape, arsenal, front organization, whatever, everything. So my colleague, Eno Saris at The Athletic, was doing some work correlating stuff plus. Turns out last 400 pitches correlate pretty well going forward. Think for what's 400 pitches? 400 pitches is either 5 starts at 80, right? So it's last 30 days, people. So we're almost there. And I want to start looking at that. So there we go. When we move to recency, not to say I don't want to hear small samples. We're always keeping an eye on the track record, right? I'm never going to ignore that stuff. But all right, we got to get moving. Michael Lorenzen and Taylor Wells. Lorenzen so far, it's been a really tough go, man. I think a guy like him, you kind of go after it, right? Until we know he's kind of getting it together. Funny, you look at his stats in 2022, everything seems kind of, normalized. But this year, it's just been a really tough go for him. So, we don't know what it is. A lot of it could just be getting back. There's a lot to pitching, and that's kind of why we like track record creatures of routine, or, regimented players and stuff like that all the time. So against Wright, it's probably Rutschman today against Lorenzen. We have about a Rutschman prop. If it's plus 125, we'll get that one. He always pops in the hitter model all the time. He is such a beast. Adley Rutschman total base props. So far this year, 57 PAs against right-handed pitching, 304 BA, 543 slug. OPS up near 1,000, 239 ISO. Right, that's the numbers that we really like. There it is. Exactly what I was hoping for. Plus 140. Put a dime on it. Adley Rutschman for 2 bases against Michael Lorenzen, who has really just had this. It's been a really, really rough go. Forget the 13 ERA. Expected ERA north of 6. 11 swinging strike. The in-zone contact rate, not bad, but not inducing any chases. I mean, you can't have a chase rate of 28. That's not going to do it. 43 fly ball, 21 barrel. Way too many home runs. So let's go after Lorenzen. And, of course, Rutschman's been a GOAT. I do kind of like Tyler Wells. Is this game? All right, I'm going to try and balance another thing. I'm going to try and balance my book. I got to get pricing, and then I'll forget it. All right, this one I'm trying. I want to say it out loud because it's going to end up on my parlay tonight. I think Baltimore covers this one up. So I like Rutschman because I like the plus 140. That's my strongest play. I'm circling for myself in my head. I like the plus money on Baltimore run line. Keep that one in mind. Again, I don't want to overextend because it looks like we have about a play per game, and I don't want to get. Again, I don't want to lose any more than we need to. But just to get you through where the data is pointing us, how we're discerning F5 versus full game and where we want to be. Again, Algo pretty much in agreement, 0.6 favorite through 5, which is pretty strong, right? Anything over a half run is strong. Once you get to like 3/4 of a run is when you can bet the run line. So again, wouldn't go the F5 run line. I think the full game run line in particular was good. Detroit bullpen on the season, big struggle. Last 21 innings, they've really gotten it together. You got to be careful with small sets and bullpens, but they really have gotten it together. Player props of up in the house. PPS, what's going on, brother? Remember, check that calendar, my dude. Let me know. The next Friday, we're going to start introducing guests as soon as possible. You let me know the Friday free you got, home dog. We're going to get it. Because we get it when we fit around here. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody, we want to talk about profitable. Gosh, player props, honest. You guys are the GOAT. When you roll with mono, those two guys are just fantastic on pass the prop. And if you're into basketball and other sports that I don't know anything about, that's my highest recommendation. All right, let's move it up. Colorado. And did I see Noah Davis going to Philly to face Aaron Nola? I don't know if it's obviously this one's going to be juiced to the absolute balls, right? No question. Philadelphia, our first minus 300 favorite. I think that's the first one of the season. All right, check it out. Noah Davis again. No experience in the majors. You wonder how these guys get the call. Last 150 innings in the minor leagues, he had a 5.3 ERA, 1.5 WHIP. You got to think this guy's in trouble. What's the Philly team total look like? How about that? Especially after they disappointed us yesterday. Excuse me one second. Yeah, after Philly disappointed us yesterday, I'd like to go back to the well. Right? I think they punched in the face again. There is, oh my gosh, in case for the audio-only listeners, I almost choked on my lozenge. Over 5, minus 130. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop it. I don't generally like to play for 6, but stop. You can't play minus 130 to push to 5. That's just like despicable. But that's why the books are trying to kind of discourage you to even kind of play this stuff. I don't know. Again, we don't know much about Davis. Seen so very little from him. Right? He has a couple innings in the major leagues. Right? I just want to even count this. He has 6 innings in the major leagues. There's no way to tell what we're going to get. But he has given up a home run and just gotten decimated by lefties. So, it's Stott, it's Schwarber today, maybe Brandon Marsh. You'll see those guys. Can we get the Stott total base up? That's probably the one we want. Mr. Cooper on the 1s and 2s. Again, Stott, that guy right now, just leading off for the Phillies, playing every single day. You got to keep an eye against the lefties. But against righties, he's the leadoff hitter. Okay, let's hit this one also. Let's put a dime on it. Bryson Stott. Chance Copperpot, welcome aboard. First time watching the show. We think a lot alike. Discovered you on VSiN. Big data guy as well. Thank you so much. Also, what's the chair? It's a lazy boy because I'm a lazy man. Although, looking back, I kind of wish I didn't get the headrest, but it's a neck injury that put me in this chair in the first place. So it's been the thing that allows me kind of to scream and yell at you. So thank you so much, everybody. Welcome, Chance Copperpot, up into the familia. Welcome, baby. Please feel free, push back on the big dude. Check out the Twitter handle if you're into data at John Legeza. We'll take you to the free Google Doc on Sharpener, and you can follow along on this stuff. So let's get Noah Davis after we smash the Bryson Stott total base prop. That one's another dime piece. I love these people, right? I think I'm kind of finding my own as I get into a more offensive mindset. Offense is always going to be very hard to predict. So what we want to be doing is we want to get out the biggest ticket possible, pretty much, as long as they're all positive money. And then we have to only hit like 40% of these things, and we're good. A bad night, we just do okay. Most nights you're flat to better, and then some nights you do great. And that's exactly how you make money in this business, betting every single day. So Stott is good. Let's move it up. It's Miami up against Cleveland. Please bring up the F5 line because you got Braxton Garrett and Zach Plesac. I know whenever I see what I can feel like will be an underdog, right? Because I think that we have the pitching matchup. Is it the case? Yeah, so I know we're going to hit this one just to not bury the lead. We're going to bet the F5 Miami. Again, you want to keep Miami to F5 and not to the full game. Though, again, they've been okay the last 25 innings. Cleveland bullpen, one of the better in the game. I'd rather not go up against Cleatown. So, also, Garrett, not truly established as like a 6-7 inning guy. Let's see it. Braxton Garrett last 101 innings, 3.55 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, OPS at 746. But the FIP, XFIP, Sierra, and PFIP at 3.5. 18% came on his walk on the back of a 12% swing strike. He does have the 31 CSW, which we love because of the 64 first strike, because of the 37 O swing. These are the things we like. The zone contact is high, but it's almost like he's controlling that when he needs to be, because he is controlling quality of contact, less than a home run per 9, truly dominating lefties. Righties have done okay against him. I'm just not really afraid of the Cleveland offense. Check it out, Cleveland offense on the season, 666 even. OPS, 231 batting average, only 10 home runs. One of the worst pull teams in the league, 35%. One of the worst hard hit rate in the league, 4.4 barrel on the season. 6.4 last 7, 301 team OBP, 294 team WOBA last 7. So I don't think you're any good. Not that the Miami offense is any good either. But Jazz is back, and that's something. Right. Jazz Chisholm is playing, and that's something. Well, everyone is back. Cooper's back, and Rice back, Soler is back. Obviously, El Garcia even back. So I think Miami just has a slight touch of offense on Cleveland, and I think we're going to get it on Zach Plesac, kind of just a guy. 4.5 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, 749 OPS last 145 innings. Way too much contact, 350 ex-WOBA. So quality of contact a bit too high. This year, he's getting touched up, 13 innings so far. 10 earned runs, only 2 walks, but 2 Shamala ding-dongs. That's a 6.9 ERA, 1.6 WHIP. Sierra, an expected ERA north of 5. His stuff plus, had to double check it, is at 57. Stuff plus now added to the pitching sheet. Thank you, Steve W., for bringing up every single day. This pitching sheet, I'm not putting out work that I don't care about. This is my war room that you people are now getting a chance to. This meant a lot to me to put it out there. So Miami F5 for sure. Let's move it up. Flying through the board right now. Let's take a second and thank BetStamp for getting us all these lovely deals. It's betstamp.app. / call to the pen. Tell him Johnny sent you. You know what I'm saying? Tell the big man sent you. All kidding aside, that stuff is phenomenal. The app, if you're handicapping, it not only will help you find the best price, if you're betting, help you find the best price. But I think it'll really help you see the future a bit of CLV, right? Seeing multiple prices will help you see the direction. I'll give you a quick example before we go. Here we go. Incoming feather. Let's say we're about to bet the Miami plus 105. We see all plus 105s, and 3 of them are plus 110. Obviously, you want to grab the plus 110. But you might wait, because maybe it's going to start shaking that way. Maybe it's more plus 110s than plus 105s. So you grab the plus 110, but you're thinking, wow, it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon. This may continue to move. So seeing multiple prices may help you, what we call in trading, it may help you read the tape and just get ahead of pricing. Again, profits made on the edges. We don't know what's going to happen. CLV is always so important. It'd be much better to know the future. All right. Next up, Houston Astros, Atlanta Braves. I just don't bet on these teams, right? I'm sorry. I just don't bet on them, especially when they face each other. Like, you can have that. You can have that all day. Who's to say? I feel like I'm always looking for edge, and there's really no edge to be had. It's Hunter Brown versus Bryce Elder. I mean, 2 really kind of bright, burgeoning young stars. Brown probably a bit more pedigree than Elder, but really close because of the offenses, right? Who wants any of this? Brown so far in a career, 39 innings, 1.38 ERA, 5.35 OPS, really, really good. However, right, earned run estimators all very strong. FIP deserved the array below 3. However, 8.5 walk, not great. 24 whiff, not great. 39 shadow, not great. 54 first strike, not great. 29 O swing, 89 zone contact. Those are not great. He's living off the ground ball rate. That's 61 ground ball, 5 barrel, 2 blast, no home runs yet. That number is going to correct. However, he's been really tough on lefties in particular. 421 OPS on the season of lefties. Flip side. Sorry, let's wrap it up real quick. Hunter Brown this season's been excellent. 18 2/3, right? I'm sorry. I scratched it was Elder, 17 2/3. Let's do Elder from 22, 71 2/3. 2.76 ERA, 1.24 whip, really strong. The OPS, that third point of connection for me, 6.41, very strong. Deserved ERA and FIP at 3.5 or below. The walk rate is a touch high, right? Because he falls behind and then has to come in the zone, kind of nibbling a bit. But he's been able to suppress hard contact, which we really like. 6.56 max OPS righty-lefty split, which is very, very good. And this year he's looked excellent, like beyond excellent. 17 and 2/3, only 3 earned runs so far. No home runs, 1.53 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. Sierra expected ERA all below 4. 15.3 came on his walk. 10.5 swinging strike, really mirror image of Hunter Brown. These are very similar. Contact rates are the same. The ground ball rates are similar this year. He's just gotten hit a bit harder, though he hasn't given up a home run. If I had to give the edge, it's got to be to Houston. So maybe this line is a bit close for us. Like maybe Houston is the move. It's really hard to go up against Atlanta, right? Like, why would you? And again, both bullpens really good. Just very hard to find an edge. Atlanta offense, the weakness is the disciplinary basket. Bottom 8 swinging strike, 12%. Bottom 5 zone contact at 80. 47% ground ball as a team on the season. This is the Braves. However, they pull it, they hit it hard, and they barrel. So all those things are going to kind of drag you up. Last 7, you can see the shine coming off of a bit, but I think this is the bottom for the Braves. 82 zone contact, 33 chase, 790 OPS, which is just not bad, right? That's their bottom. So I do think I like Houston at 105. Either way, I think I have a full game price. So I'd probably go there. I could get a dime on that. I could get into that. I could drop 11, win 10 for Hunter Brown and the Astros against the Braves. And Elder, who, again, right, you can see how he's been strong, but the peripherals for Elder really not as strong. And with the hard hit rates in the elevation basket, you can see where he gives up some home runs. So hopefully it's Houston over Atlanta 2-1. Right? Did I have that price right, Jay Bird, or no? Was I right or wrong? Yeah, minus 105. We got minus 105 on Hugh Town. Yeah, I'll take it either way. How about, let's go first 5. When it's a youngster, Yeah. You know what? When it's a youngster, we don't want to look for distance. I just want to be consistent. Again, I can't tell the future. I didn't realize it was 110. I'm sorry, everybody. So that's part of the 5 twos could do, the 10-cent swing we often talk about. So, yeah, we'll bet 11 and win 10. That's okay. I don't want to – I'd really rather not juice up anything right now. Again, I've been talking about avoiding betting on pitching, which, again, we're betting on pitching, but we have the Houston offense behind us. And I think that's been really the ticket, I think, to betting the sides this year is where I used to attack empty offenses, thinking I could suppress even a good offense with a bad pitcher without offense behind him. And I just don't really have that. Yeah, Nick Johnson, Houston F5, and with that, and the FG. I'm probably with that also, though. I'm going to be honest, I don't short these teams. I think I have an exact reading, like a congruent reading. Yeah, my algo's purely under. And it's so funny, I just don't bet these things under. But yeah, you and I, Simpatico, seemingly as always, Nick Johnson up in the house. Get in the comments and hit him up, man. It's Nick if you need help. Forget me. Yeah, so I'm under on the full game. But I'd rather go with the side because, again, I'd rather not short these offenses. Always keeping an eye on that, in the new environment. Something I wrote about at The Athletic really quick, and we'll get back into it, was BABIP is approaching a 10-year high, and we're only in April. So you got to keep that in mind, right? Batting average on balls of play for the newbies, perhaps. 10-year high, it's only April. So even if power is kind of clicking up, it hasn't fully taken off, but I think it will once the warm weather kicks off. So we want to be in front of that, right? I think the answer is total bases and totals and just be in positive money positions and look to win with win-loss probabilities, Opposed to trying to outsmart the market and smash these favorites with pitching, which I know a lot of people used to do, but not me right now at least. All right, it's Oakland Elephants bouncing on beach balls and the Athletics meeting the Texas Rangers and John Gray. It's J.P. Sears, 86 innings. Back to 22, 4 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, 736 OPS. A lot of just the guy readings here, right? The stuff plus way below average. Not enough Ks and too many walks. 18 K to 7 walks, just not good enough. 8% swing strike. 89% zone contact. So he's going to have to come to the zone with 375 expected WOBA on contact. The 1.4 home runs per 9, probably a bit low for that 11% barrel rate. So I wouldn't be surprised if Sears maybe in line to get touched up. And it looks like the issue is righties, and I think spotting the four-seamer. So let's see some Texas righties. Let's see what we got. Again, I didn't get to all my player stuff this morning. I was on VSiN. But just a quick look. Man, you got to really like Jung, depending on the placement. Jung kind of popped immediately on the model. I'm just running it quick. Let's bring up Josh Jung total base props. Against the left again, Sears just really struggling against righties. All right, so we got a double plus 130. I love that. Josh Jung hitting his way up into the front half of the lineup. He's been batting fourth or fifth. I'm hoping for one of the four spot today, but it's been both. On the 17th, he bat fourth. Last 2 days, he bat fifth. He's been mashing. Lefties in particular, small set, but still 417 batting average, 1167 OPS, 333 ISO. So that's where his damage is coming from. That's a double and a home run. Sorry, I had the wrong player. I was like, nothing. How could that be? So love the junk call. Thanks so much, David. Yeah, let's get that. Stug there too. Garcia at low. Show enough. Show enough. Yeah, I think Garcia too is there. He's really struggled. The batting average is not there, but when he hits it, it's going. So like I may actually like Garcia for a home run over anything, right? Just because, gosh, he's struggling. But again, the contact has been good. Contact Sears when he gives up contact, it's been rough contact. So all right, let's get to that one and move it on. Texas juice to the balls. I just can't really get there. I think they'll dominate. I'm seeing plus money on the run line. Expect a plus money run line coming at you tonight. Again, that's where I think some of the value has been. Gosh, I never used to bet that stuff. But it's costing you so much for the F5. They've kind of pricing us out of the market, right? Where it's minus 185 for the F5, plus 105 for the full game run line. It's like, oh man, gosh, cutting odds in half to cover up a run on a really bad Oakland team. Again, if we're going to be targeting Oakland, do it for the full season. 81 innings from the bullpen this year, 6.8 ERA, 1.6 whip, 15% walk. Yikes. Last 26 innings, 7 days, 10 ERA, 2 whip, 19% walk rate. My gosh, it's so bad in Oakland. It's so bad in Oakland. Jordan says they just pulled Rangers props. Well, either the call to the pen crew mashed them up or we had a pitching change. I don't know which it is. Let's move it up, though. Lots of work to do. Running out of time to do it, Johnny. Let's go. Washington and Trevor Williams against Minnesota and Tyler Mahle. Trevor Williams is just a guy. And I think his day is coming today. I think he gets beat up today. So 15 in the third, 6 earned runs. It's a 3.5 ERA, 117 whip. But expected ERA and Sierra both at 5. Stuff plus at 75. 14% K. I don't think this is real what we're seeing. 10% barrel. The Hardy rate is low, but the 10% barrel is there. I'm not really buying what Trevor Williams is selling. He just doesn't really do much, right? You're not getting the swing and miss. You're not getting any of that stuff. In particular, he struggled against left-handed hitters. So let's bring up the model just really quick. You got to be looking at Joey Gallo. What's a Gallo? Let's get some Gallo props. It's tough. I'd like to say total bases, but sometimes his total bases home run the same. It's ridiculous. Sometimes in total bases is like so close to the home run prop, you kind of be foolish, even though he doesn't hit many doubles, only home runs. So let's look at Joey Gallo. Total bases. Oh, okay. Quick lesson, people. Make sure you read it properly again. Bet Stamp doing awesome work here. Plus 145 at 1.5. Minus 145 plus a half. We're not looking for singles from Joey Gallo. Keep the 145 in mind before we smash it. Jay, can I see the home runs, please? Now, the home run is 250 or something, right? There's a 205. It's ridiculous. 300. No. Can you see this exactly what I was talking about? Lessons. Incoming. Press the like button. Fingers. I'm sorry. If you bet 300 for a home run on a player that has a 145 total base prop, you're doing it wrong. So, mash that. Plus one. Wait, did I? Yeah, plus one is the second best price. Jay Bird, keep me in check. Although I would go to FanDuel and get the 145, thank you, bet stamp, .app/ call to the pen. We're going to grab the plus 128, still nice and juicy. I think Williams is going to get spotted for that fastball. He hasn't given up the home runs yet, and I think it's coming. Right, if we're looking for lefty home runs, my paisan, Joey Gallo, 25 PAs this year against righties, 1087 OPS, the 455 ISO because of a double and 3 Shamalama ding-dongs. So give me the Gallo prop. I think I may have posted Minnesota to cover. So again, I'm not trying to hide anything for people. Yeah, we've moved that line, so it's negative. You could leave it, but I like it. Yeah, chance. Plus 300 for a home run. Again, another quick lesson. Fingers, everybody. Cartoon fingers. For some reason, home run pricing right now is wild. And we're getting plus 6, 7, 800 on home runs. That's where you want to be. 450 if it's a true goat. No more 300s. We don't do 300. You don't pay for that. Because the 150 base prop is where it is. Okay, so next up. It's Boston, Red Laundry, Nick Pivetta, Brewers, Beertown, Freddie Peralta. I know I posted something on this. Okay, I got a player prop for you. Can you bring up? I wanted Christian Yelich, believe it or not, but he was only at a half. I won't post something I can't find. But did Yelich move to 1.5 yet? If Yelich has moved to 1.5, I want to mix it up. Variety being the spice of life. My second favorite letter with a V. Okay, it has moved, and we can get 115. Pivetta is really, I mean, he has just really struggled. I know some of you just probably checked out the show, but just really quick, last 193 innings, 43 fly ball, 46 hard hit, 10 barrel, 1.5 home run per 9. The expected WOBA on contact near 400. Struggled with lefties, 540 slug against, 900 OPS going back that span. And lefties year to date, he's forcing a fastball 56% of the time. So I posted Rowdy to Les that I truly believe in. But I also got a ring on Christian Yelich, and I believe that would have been my first play. But like I said, I couldn't post it because I couldn't find it where like other scrubs would have done it anyway. I think I like Yelich because he's starting to click up and he's always kind of leading off. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the comments. I always keep an eye on it. They're so much fun. So, yeah, let's go Yelich plus 115. Over 1.5. Pivetta's just really, really struggling with the fastball that Yelich tends to eat. And also keep an eye on Rowdy Tellez, everybody. I have cash on him. Also, I also think the Milwaukee run line could end up on that sheet that I've mentioned again so many times. Check it out for free. Or you could pay the 24.5 cents a day if you got it like that. Next up, Kansas City Royals with cheese. Taylor Clark going to face the Angels and Shohei Ohtani. This one's got to be jacked up too. Yep, 300 juice on it. When you start seeing minus 1.5, like minus 140, minus 145, just whatever. Just leave it be. We're not interested. The only things that I guess we'll be looking for is like the home runs. I mean, this is Taylor Clark we're talking about for KC. So tough, kind of looking reverse split Angels. So, you're always going to get a ring on Trout, but that's probably it. Let's bring up the Trout TB, Trout total bases. Might eat a fish here. Who would he say? I mean, he's just one of these guys where any day he has there it is. He has a plus 115 total base prop for whatever reason. Let's bet on Mike Trout to be good at baseball. Taylor Clark, 57 innings, 4.4 ERA, 1.3 whip, OPS near 800. Earned run estimate is okay, but the CSW at 24. 44% fly ball, 41% hard hit, 5% blast rate. That 775 OPS to righties, 1.4 home run per 9. So Clark is going to try and sneak something past Trout. Trout ain't buying it. I think we just lost on a Trout prop also, which is the best time to go after these guys, these great hitters at plus odds, coming off, a healthy bad game. You got to think Ohtani mops the floor with the Royals. Let's just check it out real quick. Royals offense just terrible. Bottom 3 on the season in average, OBP, OPS, swinging strike, chase rate, WOBA, and WRC+. Last 7, that's carried over. 252 team. OBP, 252, 572 OPS. 20% K minus 1 because of offense. This is terrible. 38 O swing, 253 team WOBA. Angels going to mop the floor with the Royals today. Look for the righties. Again, I'd like to bring up, I'm going to get into this lineup stuff. Looking for edge with lineup disparity, lefty versus righty. It's, I guess, not every team does it. Angels have been pretty solid. Now, Ward, Ohtani, Trout, Rendon. I'm just not really digging the righty-righty. When Renfroe hits his home run, that we jump on him. But a guy's not really killing it right now, and he's in that 6th spot. The math pulling up the plate appearances. So right now, for me, it's Mike Trout or bust. Let's move it up. It's the Friar Tuck San Diego Padres going to the desert to face the Snakes with shapes in the back. We lost yesterday. I hate losing, which is funny because at the same time, I don't care about losing. You never, ever, ever hear me complain about a bet. I don't care. And I don't like that attitude of like, oh, I plan every bet as a loss anyway. I did not say that. I bet every bet is plan to win. But I just am emotionally disconnected from these things. I swear to it. I hate having to put negative units in a column. But to be honest, I swear this on my kids, man. It's not because my own money. I'm regimented. I'm a professional, yo. You know, I don't care what you say. It hurts me to think other people might be getting hurt. That's the bottom line. No way. And again, that's why people gravitate here. Subscribe. Call to the Pen HQ. Redheaded stepchild of the Hammer Betting Network, Rob Pizzola. May not be the best mini putter, but so what, man? You know, dead last on the golf course, but first in our hearts. Can-Am connection. Rob Pizzola, the pizza man, bringing you the large round. Big Johnny Stud. Yeah, Dave, and again, right now, you know, live betting these really aggressive bad teams, you can get paid. I don't have the delivery system to get people it like that. I'm doing this, but yeah, I don't blame you. So again, sharp people teaching you how to make money in the comment section of Call to the Pen. All right, we got 3 games. We're gonna hurry up, yo. So it's the Padres and Seth Lugo against Zach Gallen and the Snakes. Yeah, you know I love the Diamondbacks. My goodness, I just can't stop myself. Bring up those F5 prices. Seth Lugo, converted reliever. You got to be careful with the inning stuff, right? I mean, this year, 16 2/3, 2.7 ERA, 1.3 WHIP, but the expected ERA above 4, the walk rate at 7, swinging strike single digit. Keeping the ball down, 57 ground ball, barrel rate in check, home runs in check. This is Seth Lugo. But a bit of a mixed bag, right? You want some more swing and miss or inducing chases. He's not doing either of those. And he's got to pitch to contact. So Lugo's got some decent stuff, and that's not really the case. So he's tough. You're not really looking to bash Seth Lugo, I think. It's just I tend to think of Zach Gallen as being an ace. Sorry about that. The problem is the San Diego offense, which, you know, we were hoping to kind of pick on a bit of a slide. San Diego offense last 7. 291 OBP, 640 OPS, 25K to only 8 walk, 82 in-zone contact. That's a 286 team WOBA. Not very good. Average is like 310, 315, right? So it's they're below average. Well below average. Yesterday they did the thing, got to Ryan Nelson, who's no Zach Gallen, right? Gallen this year has been very, very good. 3.3 ERA, 0.95 WHIP, 28 strikeouts for 24 and a third, 29.5K to 5.5 walk, right? That's what we're looking for. Those are the goods. 5% barrel, 3/4 of home run per 9 for Zach Gallen. And go back last year, just a GOAT, right? 209 innings, 264.92 ERA, WHIP split, 114 stuff plus. He's excellent. 277 expected WOBA, just excellent. So I don't think the Padres are going to do much. Bring me the F5 prices so we can lose again on these stupid Diamondbacks. Are we near even? And I'm not going to pay the juice. How about the money line then? Because Gallen, see again, I want to be consistent, people. Gallen is a legit starter. Gallen can get you 7 innings. The Diamondback bullpen has been a bit rough, but they are two-faced. The Padre bullpen's been hit or miss. I mean, if you get Hader, you're in trouble, but outside of Hader, it's not great. So let's take the minus 105. Bet 10.5 to win 10. Arizona first. Wait, no, it's a full game. I'm sorry. All right, full game. We're really stretched. Let's really sweat this one. Though I tend to like the Arizona offense maybe more than others. Let's check the videotape on the season. You know, leading the league in steals. Love that. Top 8 in doubles, batting average, K rate, swing strike, zone contact. They pull the ball a ton, 43 pull, 33 hard hit. But that's via Fangraphs. That's not the Savant one, 38 Savant raw metric. Pretty strong split also of Arizona. Be careful with them against lefties. I think they're dead last expected WOBA against lefties. Right around average against righties, but, you know, that'll drag it down. So, again, I think Lugo is good. I don't know what kind of distance we're going to get, so I think that plays into the money line as well. So, give me the Diamondbacks, and let's move it up. I got another player prop for you. Bring up my boy, Julio. I can't believe Julio Rodriguez is ever plus money total bases. Guy's leading off, and he gets a gas can like Matt's. Again, mention this on the show. Follow all my work. I just have so much of it. I don't know. People are digging what I do, which I appreciate. I really do. I try and keep it all free, although that quarter a month, hopefully it's not putting anybody out. Matt, so far this year, the velo's down a whole mile. 12 earned through 17, 6.5 ERA, 1.8 whip. Go back done last year. It doesn't matter. 5.6 ERA, 1.4 whip, 780 OPS. Chase way below average. Righties having their way with him. 280 batting average, 42 hard hit. Double-digit barrel, 400 expected mobile on contact. So give me Julio on the total bases still. Chance said, you moved the Julio line. As we tend to do. But we got plus 110 at least. I smashed 125. So, again, Chance, I appreciate, like, tongue-in-cheek. Right? We know what we're doing. We know, obviously, it's a compliment. It's a testament to the work that other people feel it, see it, or sharp enough to go get it. But it's also why I think that's why people are paying the 24 cents a day. I'm just trying to figure out why so many people have paid for a betting package. It's free. Like, most people are really cheap. Are gonna, when it's not free, they'll pay. And it's because that comes out first, right? That comes out first. And I think then you just appreciate it because if I'm putting things out at plus 130, they hit the 10 o'clock shows at plus 120. They hit the noon shows at plus 105. By the time we get the game time, these things are negative props. We're talking about like having 40% holds on these things, right? So that's really, then again, I can't promise you I'm going to win, but I can promise you I'll work my freaking ass off on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I can promise my work, at the very least, is reflective of the general market. So again, you're not getting this anywhere else. Just hit the like button, will you? It's free. For crying out loud. All right. Julio Rodriguez, smashing at 110. Also, maybe Seattle's going to end up, Seattle with the run line plus 155. I wouldn't be surprised if I smashed one also. But wait, I should have looked at money line 130. And there you go. Tremendous spread. Again, people do the math. So $85, 85 cents on that spread. I'd rather take the one line out because I think we're going to get it anyway. Plus 155 is juicy. No, Jay, relax. Pump the brakes. Hang it with Mr. Cooper and Big Johnny. But I think we're going to get it done. One plus bet is enough. Julio going to get the total bases. Again, I'm holding back that run line parlay. I'm posting that tonight. Hopefully you hit it, make $50 and it'll cover you for the year. Sign it up. I've actually had a ton of people do that. Nothing makes me happier than that, right? Taking the work for free, creating the subscription fee, and then actually being a good enough person to spend it, right? And again, I really hope that this is part of the continued growth, the community and symbiosis that's going on of, Rob kind of brought me in. That means a lot, man. Rob's the GOAT around here, in case you haven't noticed. Huge platform, but more. Like, this is his baby. These networks are his, right? That means a lot to him. And it shows because his work is so very good. And the type of people he surrounds himself with, positive attitudes, right? You hear Rob loses, like, lose. He doesn't hide it. That's why we love him. But it's the attitude, his work ethic. I also think he's hilarious. I think he's hilarious, right? But aside from entertainment, I hope you find me entertaining as well. But in a really challenging manner. I mean, we're going to laugh. We're going to cry, right? But we got a lot of work to do as we do it. So, okay, give me Julio. I'm going to end up with the plus 155 run line anyway. I'm just trying to be very, very clear because I know we have people that like general stuff, people out there parlaying their balls off. Listen, just go get it, man. Again, if you dial down the risk low enough, you can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you want. And in fact, I'll be completely honest. When I was first starting, I had a professional. He was a handicapper and modeler also. He said, well, if you believe in your model, you should be betting it. I said, well, I'm betting it. He said, no, you should be betting everything. And I was like, well, how do you bet everything? Well, you just bet less, right? So he was calling it a cost of business fee, right? Let's say you have a small business, you got to pay rent, you got to pay employment, insurance, and stuff like that, right? No businesses are free. Being handicapped is free. I just turn the lights on. Stare at my computer. I already own it. So you think of it as cost of business, turn the lights on, internet, whatever. $5, whatever, 0.05, a unit could be 0.02, unit 0.01, whatever it is. Really, really dialed all the way down. Min risk. Risk. And playing the whole board, right? Playing the whole board. Because you believe in your model, you kind of should get, maybe you'll get it, right? You have a bunch of wax at it. And believe it or not, I've run the table a few times. In fact, my first year at FTN, we ran 3 boards in the first couple of weeks. And, people just go bananas. Now, again, that was the peak of the success. But what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? All right, last game. little bit about me, what you can expect here. Let's go. Paisan, Joey Lucchese, he's back against Paisan Anthony Paddock at the Italian Disco and Los Gigantes. I don't know what we're going to get at this one. I think I bet Discofani last time out, and that Giants defense that I've been worried about that wasn't so bad. It was horrendous. Blake Sable, we were up. Now remember, we were up looking for a run line cover. We're up 6-1 in the third. Sable, it was a catcher playing left field, like jumps the ball, like hit it in the head. 2 outs, bases loaded. It was just an abject disaster. So I don't know what we're going to get. From what I understand, Lucchese looks really sharp, but I don't think I'm touching this one. I can't believe the Mets are near even. That one I'm struggling with. I maybe if there's a plus sign, but no thanks. So this one I'm just going to watch. I'll be curious to see if the line continues to move. If we get San Francisco closer to game time, closer to even money, I think it's viable. But I don't want to pay for it right now. I'm telling you, that was the issue the whole time. I'm not doing it again. San Francisco has very good pitchers. They get a ton of ground balls, and they have no one to catch them. And you're just going to get sick. You're really going to get sick. And again, it's against the Mets. Good contact quality. Big Meat Pete, of course, always doing the thing. Mets last 7, the offense. And again, not that you chase the last 7, but it's a sign, something. 370 OBP, so Mets top 3. OBP, OPS, 827 OPS as a squad. 15.5K to 13 walk, 26 O swing, 366 team WOBA. That implies like 5.5 runs. You got to think about that when you're jumping into this analysis. Yeah, Javen, I saw that. Right? I heard Lucchese was just going ham, but again, we can't look for pure translation, especially against Giants, the offense, which again is a little fugazi, but they sell out for power. Although they're in a tank right now, I guess. Really struggling against lefties, right? Lucchese the lefty. Oh my gosh, I should know this. So Giants offense really falling apart last 7, 293 team OBP, 667 OPS. The K rate that's been a problem is still a problem, but the barrels that were there in the season down below 4. So I guess that explains the line. Yeah, I know he's lefty. Sorry, Javen. I just I get scrambled and I don't want to misquote. So I think we explained the line, but we also explained why we don't want anything to do with it, right? You don't have to bet all this stuff. So that will do it. Oh my gosh, the fastest show in MLB, absolutely anywhere. Take that MF to the bank, right? You know it. What was the early game? Right, we got DJs. People want to bet Julio Urias and the Dodgers against Guy Smiley and the Cubs. Just looking at the boards, he's been effective, Smiley. I didn't see the win, though. I'm sorry. That's like number 1. So you're not going to get a cap for me in Chicago. Because without the win, don't make put all your pricing away. Put it away, dude. Doesn't matter. Chicago during the day in particular. Without the wind reading, no analysis. Don't even bother. Wind blowing out, okay, but also what degree? Right, out 8, out 18. They get out swirling 47. Again, this is just part of it. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Enjoy the brunch. Although, even better. Oh, I got it. You know what? I'm also dropping because this time it is Friday. We are out here for the weekend. Tomorrow's my birthday. The big man, 41 years old. But don't celebrate too hard because as the big man upstairs would have it, my wife's birthday is the day after. So I'm 22, the 22nd. She's on the 23rd, which means that we don't really celebrate much for me. I don't have much of a birthday, man. But thank you, Chance. Appreciate you all. I really, really do. I don't like to make stuff about me. It's why we wait until the very last second. I don't really care about birthdays. I'd much rather give me an order for my birthday, a winning day for everybody here. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for picking up what we're putting down. Really do appreciate you. I guess we didn't get to the recap, Jay. You want to try and do a blow through it really quick? If you scroll, I'll just read them out, man. We got Cincinnati F5 plus money. Adley Rutschman total bases plus money. Bryson Stott total bases plus money. Yankees and Blue Jays. Something's got to give. Herman and Kikuchi over 5. Over 4.5. F5. We need 5 runs. Miami F5. Braxton Garrett plus 110. Houston and Hunter Brown. Full game win minus 110. Josh Jung over 1.5 total bases against JP Sears plus 130. Christian Yelich over 1.5 total bases plus 115 against Pavetta. Joey Gallo 128 over 1.5 total bases. Also for Trout plus 115. Wow, this is a beautiful looking ticket right here. Arizona finally going to get the Win for us today. Zach Gallant on the bump. And Julio Rodriguez going to take us home. 1.5 total bases at plus money against the lefty, which I don't understand why that ever is. Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you, Jordan Paisane, Larry L, Fire Sports, OPMG. I really do. I really respect you guys. I really care about you. You know that. I think everyone does. Get up in my DMs. I'll answer you any time of day, any day of the week, man. I don't have my nose turned up. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I am from nothing. And I think that's why people appreciate it, right? So that will do it. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay, yo. And remember, when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck. Happy birthday, me. Enjoy the weekend, yo. Peace.